The recall is being conducted so that we can ensure the public safety of our community, so that we can ensure financial integrity and enhance the morale for the Sedona Fire District employees. That is the purpose of this recall. Now, there have been other recalls in our community over the years, and I'd just like to explain for a moment why this one is different. It's different because it is based upon not a decision that the community has disagreed with that has been made by this current fire district board. It isn't about a decision. It is based upon the reasons that recalls really are appropriate to be had. And there are three of them. One is an understanding of board incompetence. Another is irresponsibility by members of the board. And a third one would be ethical lapses, misbehavior in the area of ethics. So I'd just like to explain a little bit about what we see in this board and the reason that people have come together in order to do this, because it's a lot of work and it takes very, very careful approach and very, very thoughtful discussion amongst people, and all of that has happened and resulted in this recall. So with regard to incompetence, anyone who has been visiting or observing the board meetings will first of all recognize that this board has been overreaching in terms of managing the fire district. It is not the responsibility of any board to do anything other than to determine policy and to hire the appropriate leaders of the organization. This board has been reaching into management decisions within the organization, has been going against the professional guidance and advice of the chief and the marshals and the other leaders within the district. And it has caused great concern and a great lack of cohesion between these two. In fact, there is a culture of negativity that has risen up around that particular issue. In addition, there is no discussion about issues held at board meetings, and so the public isn't educated about the purpose of a decision, what is important, what are the criteria that would be considered. The public gets no input. Actually, the board members don't even discuss amongst themselves decisions that are made that have a great deal of importance and ramifications for the smooth running of the fire district. So in those several incidents, I hope I have described to you an unsettling situation that is leading to results that are not good for us. The results from that kind of thing are, we have now lost a fire marshal, we have lost our fire chief, which was difficult because there was a long time spent finding this highly regarded professional. He has left for reasons that I will cover. And we've lost many, probably a whole handful, if not 8 or 10 people, highly trained people who are in various capacities within the fire district, leaving because they cannot work in that kind of an environment. And that's a brain drain for Sedona. That's also a talent drain. The people who have been hired as professionals here are highly skilled people. They do more than the average firefighter does. We have rescues off of cliffs, off of canyons, in water. We have fires. We have ambulance services where people must be able to save lives in a very short period of time. So the reasons and the departures of these people is a sad loss for us. It's going to cost us a lot to retrain people if we ever can reclaim the kind of excellence that this fire department has had. Then with regard to irresponsibility, everyone talks about the budget, and the whole election last time was around the budget. And the chief, when he came in, was hired with the caveat that he would reduce this budget and bring it down to what is reasonable for this community. Well, the chief did that, and he looked over everything very carefully, and he pared down to a point where it was difficult, but he did it because that was his responsibility. The board has come in and has required the chief, or was requiring him, to cut even further, to make drastic cuts, severe cuts that have a damaging impact on the fire safety of our community and will jeopardize the safety of our citizens, which we would like to avoid. So, and finally, we will not have much of a reserve left because the board is depleting the reserves. It's just not a good circumstance. The budget is an issue that has been dealt with. The chief did a wise job. He cut to the core. He did what was right, but this board is going too far. And the worst way that we can find out about that would be if somebody didn't have a service provided when they needed it desperately, when they needed it to save their lives. So, and we all know that Sedona deserves better than that.